Hey everyone,
Welcome to InfluencerU
it's your girl Evan,
and Alexis.
and we have the latest and greatest influencers of the Mecca.
We've got makeup artists, designers, entrepreneurs, photographers, and more.
So let's see who will influence you today.
Today, we're going to be talking to the wonderful girl boss from Chicago, Amaya Allen.
She's an Annenberg Scholar. She runs her own blog and YouTube channel. She's a part of SOC Student Council and was formerly crowned Miss Illinois Teen. Please welcome Amaya Allen. How and when did you get started with your whole blogging and even just pageant life as well?
Yeah, okay. So I started competing in pageantry at 10 years old. It was something that I watched on TV and just wanted to try. I don't know, I was super girly as a kid. And so I begged my parents to do it. And after like a few months of begging and just doing my own research, I was entered into my first pageant, had no clue what I was doing, got third runner up, and I was hooked after that. Like it was just so much fun. I loved getting on stage and dressing up and just meeting new people. So I'm 20 now, so that's been about 10 years ago. And ever since then, I've won state, international, national titles. In 2019, so now 2 years ago, I was Miss Illinois Teen USA and placed top 15 at the Miss USA or Miss Teen USA competition. And all throughout my journey, my pageantry journey, I have enjoyed like public speaking, modeling, and then I've always had a passion for writing. And so my blog was something that I honestly always wanted to do since I was around 16, but put it off because just from fear of judgment from peers and really not being fully confident in myself, just putting myself out there and being vulnerable. But once COVID hit, it was kind of like God's way of telling me, like, you need to stop putting this off and just do it. So I did, and I launched Sincerely Sinclair in June of 2020. So it's been like, what is that, like 8 months or so? And yeah, it's been an awesome ride. I've had just so much fun being able to express myself, connect with people, and do the things that I'm truly passionate about. So yeah, kind of my whole pageantry journey has shaped who I am. And it's led me to this point of being able to have a platform to inspire people.
Wow, so that's amazing. That was a lot.
Yeah.
The whole awards, the titles you've received, and the fact that you were able to use the pandemic in a positive way, it just motivated me to, keep pushing and keep going. So what influenced you to start your Girl Boss brand?
Yeah, so, girl boss is a term that I hear all the time, like, oh, girl boss, she's about her business. And I'm like, okay, yes, it's that, but it's also so much more. Like, to me, being a girl boss is just being in your own lane and killing it. And I would see like my friends or influencers that I follow, I'm like, she is just doing it, like, not even scared of being judged by other people or not even going off of like, clout, I guess you could say, just doing it because it's your passion, it's your purpose. And so I kind of learned to redefine the term of being a girl boss because I saw a lot of people were chasing like materialistic things, whether that be money or followers or likes. And I'm like, there's so much more to life than just the things that are tangible. And so I started this movement to highlight other girl bosses who I identified as women who were just killing it in their industries, and then to let people know that you can follow in your passion and your dreams and just succeed. And you don't have to be scared of, oh, what are people going to think of me? Or, oh, maybe I'm doing too much. No, you're not doing too much. And what you're doing is valuable and it's needed. And you are a girl boss in your own right. So being a girl boss, you don't have to have like your own business. You don't have to be like this, boss babe. Like you can just be yourself, honestly, and just be killing it as yourself.
I love that. I love definitely the redefinition of that because, girl bosses are usually defined as somebody, as you said, running their own business, but you can kind of make it whatever you want. And I love that.
Yeah.
So we know you're also a fashion person. We love your outfits on Instagram. And I kind of wanted to know what made you know that yeah, I definitely want to make Girl Boss align with my passion for fashion as well.
Yeah, so I mean, I love to dress up and get cute, but honestly, like I live in a crew neck and leggings. And so I knew I wanted to create something that I would enjoy wearing first. And the idea kind of came up, I don't remember exactly when, but I would get asked to do like different interviews like this or be on Instagram lives talking about this message of being a girl boss. And my mom would always say like, you need some merch. Like you need something that says like a girl boss. Like you need something that's yours. And so I was like, yeah, that's cool. But I just put it off for whatever reason. And just seeing the response that it was getting, the traction that it was getting, people using the term girl boss and referring to me, I'm like, okay, now this is a movement. So let's make this official by offering apparel. So we have our crew necks, this is the Howard style, and then different other colors and t-shirts, and we're coming out with face masks soon and a little kids line. So it's really expanding and just combining those two passions, like you said, Evan, for fashion and, looking cute, and then also spreading this positive message of really women empowerment. Shop Sincerely Sinclair was kind of born out of that.
So who inspires you? Are there any influencers or any role models just in your life?
Yeah, okay, so I wrote down I wrote down a list of people so I wouldn't forget because I saw this question. I'm like, ooh, there's a lot. So in terms of like influencers and people that I follow, there's this I guess this group, they're called Influencing in Color, which is made up of 4 different influencers. So I follow them. Maddie James, Kyra Knox, you can look these people up. Hayat Rita, she's from Chicago, where I'm from. Jaleesa Yvonne, Raven Elise, by Sophia Lee, Aisha Bowe, and Aaliyah Space. And in one way or another, like all those women have really inspired me, whether it be through their content. I mean, it's nice to look at the poppin' outfits and the aesthetically pleasing feed, but just their drive, their motivation, and their purpose, and their passion for helping other women has pushed me and encouraged me on this, I guess, influencing, blogging, pageantry, business journey. And yeah, so they're kind of like my, I guess you could say, virtual mentors. And then people who are really in my life, of course, my parents. I'm an only child. And so being in this pandemic, I've been able to spend a lot of time with family. And they've just been so instrumental in pushing me and helping me to achieve my goals. I call my mom my momager because at some times she's a mom, but she can easily flip the script and be like, okay, we're having a business meeting. Like, we're not talking about anything else except for business, and just really have that objective perspective. So yeah, those are a few people who inspire me. And I just think it's important to have those people who you enjoy looking at because either they're beautiful or they dress nice, but also people who inspire you and motivate you. So much of the content that you consume, like it plays out in your everyday life. So why not be inspired by the people who you follow?
I love that. Especially during the pandemic, we're very virtual, so that definitely helps along the way. Also, I wanted to ask, what other than, your virtual mentors, keep you motivated during the pandemic?
Um, that's hard to say because I think naturally, like some people be like, oh, I just have no motivation. I'm a very motivated person. There's not, I mean, I have my lazy days, of course, but I just think keeping my goals in mind. I have business goals that I want to reach, personal goals, educational goals that I want to reach. And so, like, always keeping those in the back of my mind and knowing that nobody's going to go out and accomplish them for me. Like, it's really up to me to put in the work, put in the effort. That's what motivates me because it's like, if not who, then me. Everything you see in terms of my content is me. I'm the makeup artist. I'm the hairstylist. I am the photographer a lot of times. I'm the editor. I'm the writer. I'm the copywriter. So it's all me. And so I guess feeling that pressure of like, okay, Amaya, like if you don't get out of bed, this blog post is not going up. Just keeps me going and keeps me motivated every day.
Wow. So with all this, all the extracurricular activities with the blogging and the, influencing and the pageantry, what message do you want your audience to take away from, Amaya?
Yeah, that's a good question. I like that question. I want people to see my passion and my motivation and know that everything I do is rooted in purpose. I believe that my purpose is simply to help young women and to inspire and uplift young women. So whether that's through helping you with a styling tip or telling you how I stay organized in school, or even providing you with a crew neck that has a positive message in one way or another. Like everything that I do is rooted back in my purpose of helping people. So I guess um, my main message to other people would just be to root your passions and purpose, because once you follow your purpose in life, like the success will come, the money will come, the followers will come, the, I guess, good grades will come. But once you lead your life in purpose, like it'll all just fall into place.
I really like that. I think I just have one last question. I don't know about like maybe you have another question,
Okay.
but so we know you're a quote person. I know you're a quote person. I watch your story all the time. I just love everything about your Instagram. It definitely motivates me and has been motivating me during the pandemic as well.
Yeah, I'm glad
Um,
to hear.
but so because you're a quote person, what do you think one quote that you've either posted before or that you've heard or you've seen somebody else post really do you think embodies you as a person and your brand?
Yeah, so there's two quotes. One is by Shakespeare, to thine own self be true. And I just love that quote. So I read, I think it was Hamlet was the story that it's from in high school, but basically it was a father giving advice to his son as he was about to go off into this new journey. And like the last thing he said, and above all, to thine own self be true. And I'm like, wow, like out of all the advice you could give someone, it's to be themselves. And that's what I try to do every single day through my conversations with people or through my Instagram. Like the Amaya you get on my Instagram stories is the same Amaya you're gonna get in class, is the same Amaya you're gonna get like just chilling with her friends. So to thine own self be true is one. And then the second one is actually a Bible verse, which is on my lock screen right now. I wanna make sure I'm quoting it right. But it says, it's Galatians 6:9. And it says, let us not grow weary in doing good, for in due season we shall reap if we do not lose heart. So basically, it's like, keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing good things, keep inspiring, keep motivating, keep being consistent, because hard work pays off. Like nothing will beat hard work and dedication. And I believe that like the Lord, he will reward you if you just stay diligent, if you stay on your path and stay on your purpose. So that is definitely kept me uplifted. Sorry. Just on those days where I'm like, bro, I have to edit this whole video, or I have to type out this whole essay for class. It's like, let us not grow weary in doing what is good, for in due time, like we will reap a harvest, we will become successful. So yeah, those two quotes. I'm glad you said that, because I am a really big quote person, and just like repeating affirmations to myself and posting quotes in the morning, I hope they help people, and it sounds like it has. So that means a lot.
So purpose and consistency is so important. And when I was thinking about that and you said that, I thought about, if you had to pick one influencer or celebrity that you could work with and just, make a change, who would you work with?
I would definitely say Hayat Rita. So she's an influencer from the Chicagoland. Well, she's not from Chicago. She lives in Chicago. She's actually from Ghana. And oh my gosh, like she is just everything. She's like my virtual mentor, like I said, but sometimes I feel like she's just my best friend. She goes live all the time and she really connects with her followers. And there was this one night where she was like allowing people to go on live with her. And she's just one of those motivating people where she's not going to tell you what you want to hear. She's going to tell you exactly what you need to hear. And I mean, there were people coming on there asking her questions, like literally in tears, just crying. And I really think that's what influencing is all about. Like helping people, connecting with your audience. Does she have a bomb feed? Does she post bomb pictures? Oh my gosh, yes. But it's so much more than that. Like, she's taught me a lot about setting boundaries in your personal life and on the internet. She's taught me a lot about, like, I don't know, makeup skills, but she's also taught me about the importance of therapy and starting a business. She just launched like her candle company, and she has a children's book. So she's just like, when I think of a girl boss, I literally think of Hayat, and I think everyone should follow her and just go along with her on her journey, because she is doing amazing things. And she works at Facebook and Instagram. So like, it's just so cool. She's a dope person.
Wow. So that's all the questions for me that I have.
I have one other question.
Okay.
So I'm an only child, and I know how, it gets lonely at times. So it's really about self, motivation and positive talk, and, of course, your support system. But is there any tips you would recommend to, keep the drive going? Because sometimes I'm like, ooh, the negative talk comes in, but I have to bounce back, So is there any advice you would give?
I think two things: be mindful of the media that you consume. Personally, like, I used to be on, everything, TikTok, Twitter, it's like just all the social medias. But I cut out TikTok and Twitter like around May, when all of the like social unrest was happening, because it's a lot. Like, it's a lot to take in, and it can be very draining and very like unmotivating. And you can find yourself kind of comparing yourself to other people. When people post like on Twitter when they graduate, I got this scholarship, this offer, this accomplishment. And it's like, okay, so what am I doing? So just being mindful of the media that you're consuming, maybe replace that with Pinterest. I love Pinterest because I gain like inspiration and just creative ideas, or even listen to a TED Talk or find a cool YouTube channel. So yeah, pay attention to your media, and then also get an accountability partner. Like, you do not have to do this alone, and you shouldn't do it alone, whether that be school or, growing your brand or anything. So finding either a trusted friend, a parent, I don't know, even someone like virtually. I know a lot of well, let me not be like that. Some of my Instagram followers, like, they'll respond to my story every day and say like, wow, I really love this, or this is so cool. And so that kind of like pushes me to keep it going, stay motivated, knowing that people are like resonating with what I'm putting out. So yeah, just being mindful of the media that you consume, and then getting a partner, someone who you can do it with as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, hopefully that helped.
Definitely.
Well, I want to say thank you so much for coming on the show today. This means a lot.
You can follow me on Instagram at the Amaya Sinclair, and my business, Shop Sincerely Sinclair, is at Shop Sincerely Sinclair on Instagram, and then shopsincerelysinclair.com. So yeah, guys, check me out. Support my content. I appreciate all the love thus far, and thank you, Evan and Alexis, for having me. This has been awesome.
Thank you, Amaya, for being on the show today.
If you're a Howard influencer and would like to be featured, please leave us a DM on Instagram at @the_influencer_u. Thank you.
And thank you for joining us again on another episode of InfluencerU, and stay tuned for more.